Volunteers in Franklin County have found a creative and unique way to make use of excess material from cloth face masks. Local 22's Alex Ladstatter has patched together some details to cover this story.
When the pandemic hit, retired nurse Pam Cross wasted no time gathering together over 120 volunteers to create the Franklin County Mask Project, creating much-needed face coverings for hospitals, nursing homes, police departments, and schools.
With over 19,000 masks created, Cross found that many of the volunteers had extra materials left over. That's when the suggestion to make a quilt came to her.
In the beginning phases of starting to make the face masks, somebody said, why don't we put together a quilt? And we were so busy at that point in time trying to make thousands and thousands of face masks because they were so difficult to get.
Cross says the response was overwhelmingly positive, as many of the face mask volunteers were also quilters.
Then I asked, does anybody want to make some of the blocks that are used to make the quilt? And all of a sudden these people just came forward.
So the volunteers got to work on their king-sized 121 block quilt, with each block telling its own story in a special way.
Mr. Woodward was in the military, and this is a piece of his uniform. Her family, her mom, and her two children. Her daughter is, I think, 8 or 10 years old, and their son is just slightly older, so it turned into a family project. And the really cool thing about this is she took some of the ties that we use for masks, and she made little scissors.
This is just one of 2 quilts that have and will make its way around the community. Cross says they have plans for both of them when they are finished.
This quilt is going to be raffled, and so we are selling raffle tickets for it.
The second quilt will find a new home.
The St. Albans Museum has offered to take it as a part of a permanent exhibit in the St. Albans Museum and kind of connect it to the 1918 pandemic.
The quilt will be preserved in St. Albans history as a part of the strength, determination, and willpower of the community as they came together while being apart. In St. Albans, Vermont, I'm Alex Ladstatter.